This episode is sponsored by The Real Cost. If you vape, you could be inhaling toxic metals that can damage your lungs. When your attention span has been shattered into a million pieces by modern media, pick up the only series that's tailor-made for your entertainment-ravaged brain. To actually keep your focus for like 5 minutes between watching TikToks of people hitting themselves in the balls. WarioWare, get it together. Return to the weirdest video game series to become a franchise since Katamari that took one of the most reviled genres in all of gaming, the minigame collection, and turned it into something that a human would actually want to pay money for by cutting down the games to fancy restaurant morsel size and then cramming your gullet full of them until you metaphorically choke, which alongside the colorful art, wacky storylines, and goofy characters makes WarioWare feel like having the most fun stroke you could possibly experience. Immerse yourself in the deep lore of the WarioWare franchise as Wario and his weirdly enormous cast of friends and side characters get sucked into a video game he was developing and are forced to clear it of bugs that look like fuzzies from Super Mario World by blasting through the usual assortment of insane microgames like tweezing a man's armpit hair or covering up cat poop in a new edition of WarioWare that breaks with franchise norms by ignoring the Switch's motion controls and tilt sensors entirely and instead just making you control a character directly like it was a normal video game. But believe me, it is absolutely not. Discover Get It Together's greatest innovation, the character roster, as you pick a party RPG style to challenge each gauntlet of dumb nonsense, each with their own method of control, from Wario's mad shoulder tackles to 18 Volt, who just sits in a corner throwing CDs like a millennial getting rid of their now that's what I call music collection. Then discovered that they ran out of control schemes way before they ran out of characters, and just made half of them shittier versions of another one, like 9 Volt, who constantly moves automatically and can shoot up like once every 4 seconds, when you could just play the robot guy and have full control and shoot up as fast as you want, which basically means that there's no reason to play half the cast ever again, unless you're the sort of person that thinks playing a video game should feel like being shut in an Iron Maiden. How will I know I'm having fun if I'm not punching holes in my drywall? Experience the least improved aspect of WarioWare, the multiplayer, as Get It Together lets you hop into the story mode with multiple characters to complete microgames that don't feel like they're designed for more than one, 90% of which just involve pushing a thing because they have to be completable by every character combo, or jump into the multiplayer specific modes that range from mildly amusing distractions to overlong slogs with extremely basic gameplay, or co-op games that are only as fun as the person you're playing with is competent, in a multiplayer experience that feels like it was more of an afterthought than the name Get It Together implies. You know, it's kind of like they looked at Mario Party and thought, this doesn't make me resent my friends enough. So get it together, by which I mean your and prepare yourself for games even more micro than your peener, in a gameplay experience that delivers plenty of charm, quirk, and novelty, while simultaneously feeling less creative than it's ever been. Not that it really matters, because if you want to play this type of game, there's literally no one else making them, and there's nothing Nintendo loves more than a captive audience. Starring Make Love, Not Wario, Dork Jockey, The Nerd Watching This, Magical Murder Mom, Shonen Jump, Gravity Grandpa, SCOOTY PATOOTIE, Dojin Cat, Dr. Slobotnik, Your Friends at Karaoke, Smurf Ninjas, Disco Stew, The Witcher, Space Channel 5, Red ARREMER, Vib Ribbon, Penny, but from Inspector Gadget, Prinny Dude, and ADHD. Wah, sports. You know, for the next WarioWare, they're just gonna cut out the middleman and have you beat the microgames by punching your friends in the neck. Vaping can expose you to toxic metals like nickel, chromium, and lead that can damage your lungs. Now get to work on a Brutal Legends sequel, Double Fine. I didn't get weird. I was born, and then things got weird. Where did you get the milk? At Wilkins Hyundai and Subaru, we have Hyundais and Subarus. You do realize that by now, we're obligated to not do an honest trailer for Dragon Age, right?